Well, hi. Welcome back to Glitter 50. So, I didn't do this makeup look. I didn't record it, and I don't like the way my bangs are looking, but we're going to continue. I am in the process of looking at all of my collection, and I've really thought about, well, have I used this in the past year? Have I touched this in the past year? Is this something that I have other palettes that are either newer or I reach for more or those type of things? So in front of me, I think I have 27 palettes that are quote unquote on the chopping block, I guess you could say. So I just want to sit and talk to you about them, and I don't know. Now, I'm not giving these away on the internet. I'm not trying to say, hey, if you want it, let me know and I'll send it to you. That's not what I'm doing at all. That's nothing about what I'm doing. If I don't use these and I don't want to keep them, I'm going to give them to friends and family. I'm going to let them go through and see if they want any of them, that type thing. So, we're just going to dive into it. ColourPop. I have a ton of ColourPop, and I absolutely love ColourPop, but there are some palettes here that I've had for years. For instance, this is the Smoke Show, which is not supposed to be called the Smoke Show. They got um, in trouble for using Smoke Show, and so they had to change it to Blowing Smoke. But I bought it when it said Smoke Show, and so this is so many years old, but I absolutely love it. And this is the color story. Now, it's flaky because you can see I've used this quite a bit. I try to keep the little thing with it, but this is the color story. It's black and gray. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 5 other palettes that are black and gray, and there's another one in here that's black and gray that I'm not going to reach for this one because it's old, because of whatever. It would be great to travel with, but I'm not necessarily going to reach for it. So I'm going to leave that one over here. So there's that. Blue Moon. Now, Blue Moon is a really pretty color story. It's very blue. I did use it. I don't use it anymore. I have other blues that I like more. And like I said, this is actually their very old packaging. Um, I could, if I had a magnifying glass, I could try to read what the little print is down here, and it probably says um, what the age of this is. Lots of people would throw this away because it's many years old. Um, I don't want to do that, but I don't think I'm going to use it again. So I think I'm putting it in there. I am putting those in the box. Some of these I'm still kind of in my head thinking about them. This one I loved for many years. This is the Going Coconuts, and I absolutely love this. It's so super pretty, very, very neutral, very, very, it's kind of a warm neutral rather than a cool neutral. It does have cooler colors to it, but, and it's very, very pretty. But like I said, a little bit on the older side, and so not going to use that one. Wildcat. I bought this one because I wanted it to deepen up the Going Coconuts, and I can show them side by side, but here again, see, this is the dark sister, and this is the light sister. So I'll show them side by side. So you could use them together. However, I have lots of other colors, lots of other neutrals. I don't use browns a whole lot. I love color. Okay, so I bought this one because I had the collection, the whole collection. This is the Hocus Pocus. This was actually the second Hocus Pocus they came out with, and it's super cute. And I'll show you the color story. This is the color story. And as cute as it is, and these are great color pop colors, I don't use it. I don't use it at all, and it just sits here and collects dust, and I don't need that. And I'm trying to get to a point because I want to redo my makeup setup. Anyway, ColourPop Lush Life. I absolutely love this color story. Love this. But if I'm being honest, I have this in multiple other formulas that I reach for way more than I reach for this one. And I don't need this one in my collection. So that one is going to go. This one's harder. This one's harder. I know I don't have lipstick on, but anyway. At Forest Sight. This one came out in 2020, and it was ColourPop and Raw Beauty Christie. Raw Beauty Christie is a great lady. I've watched her many, many, many years. This year was the year for her in 2020. She had 2 collabs. She had a baby, which she had been wanting for forever. And this was the color story. It is a muted version, to me, a muted version of A Lush Life. I'm trying to show you. See, it's got very similar colors, but it's the muted version. And I love it. I really, really do. However, in all honesty, I have not picked this one up other than to put it in the box. I have not picked it up to put it on my eyes. This is the only one that I'm like, should I just keep it? Should I put it in a different spot? Where my quote unquote special ones are. This is my only questionable one, not because I want to use it, but because, I don't know, my eye looks really dark today. I don't know why. But it looks like I have a black eye today. Anyway, not really sure. This is my only one that's truly on the chopping block. Like, do I keep it? Do I send it? Do I keep it? That's one of the ones I'm going back and forth on. Midnight Masquerade. This is another ColourPop one. I love Disney. Disney is one of my favorite things. This color story is beautiful, but it has a lot of neutrals in it and a lot of mauves, and it's just not one that I reach for a whole lot. So as much as I love this, and it was great when it first came out, not something that I'm going to keep. Again, Disney favorites. This is a very mauve neutral, not anything super, super special other than the fact that it's Disney. It's going to go to Disney Villains, Misunderstood. Again, I haven't touched this in years. Years. So it's going to go. There's a theme. Disney. Disney. And when I look at this palette, I think red. But when you open up this palette, there's more browns. There's more golds, there's neutrals. And I don't wear neutrals. So as much as I love Mulan and I love Disney, it's gonna go. This one's really hard too. But it's pathetic how hard it is. Disney, Snow White, and ColourPop. Dreams come true. I love Disney, obviously. Snow White was my mom's favorite princess. Hold. Okay, my puppies had to come in. I have several figurines up here of Snow White. My husband, when we went to Disneyland in 2010, my husband set me up with meeting Snow White. It's pretty. It's neutral. I've used it twice, I think. It's not something I'm going to use, and I've had it for years, and it's just been sitting on a shelf. Now, I know that there are ways that you can clean these up and pass them along or whatever, and should somebody else get them, I will explain that to them. But yeah, I can't keep everything. This is ColourPop Garden Variety. I bought a lot of ColourPop because ColourPop was inexpensive, good shadows. I have so many. I still have ColourPop palettes, lots of them. But these are just the ones that I just feel like. Anyway, Garden Variety. Such a pretty color story, pretty shadows. I've used this quite a few times getting peachy look. I've used this shade like it's one of my favorites. However, have other palettes, haven't reached for this in like 2 years. So it's going. This one's hard. They no longer make this. They only made it for a limited time, but this is the Adept Codain. Sorry. My puppy's getting into things that she shouldn't. Okay. Adept Cosmetics Codain palette. Now, they only have 2 mattes. I don't see these 2 mattes going together. I can see where they would put all of these with these 2. However, I like to have more mattes, and then and then this shade, I'm not sure what all of this is. I don't know. It's just kind of done its thing. But I don't think these are bad. I just I have other palettes that I would use before I would grab this one. I haven't grabbed this one in years. It's going to go. Okay, I got this Illuminati quad palette in a ice cream beauty box, and it's pretty, but they're all shimmer, and I don't do all shimmer looks, and I love the yellows. I think it is so pretty, but not going to be one I reach for. I wanted the whole collection of these when I saw them coming out. And then Ensley Rain had a falling out with other creators. And I don't know what happened because I didn't see any more of them. But this is the Happy Go Lucky. And I actually got this in an ice cream beauty box. And it's so super cute. And these colors are just so pretty. This is a pink, a green to a pink shimmer. It's so pretty. However, very neutral, very travel friendly, but very neutral, not something I'm going to keep. This is the Clarity Cosmetics stained glass. And again, I got this in a ice cream beauty box, and they're very deep colors. There's only 2 mattes in there, and then all these other colors, and they're just not colors that it's not something I'm going to use by itself. And I have other colors that I love more. So when I'm trying to make room, and this is not something I'm going to grab by itself, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that one. This one's hard too. I wanted a neutral palette, and I wanted a glam light palette, and this was one of the ones that came out when they were still doing food. It's the chocolate donut. It's so cute. And it has very deep colors, and it would go really well with Wildcat and Going Coconuts. This is so cute. I've used it a couple times. It's not something that I'm going to use on a regular basis, so I'm going to get rid of it. This one's hard too. Odin's Eye is one of my favorite brands. This is Earthwood palette between Odin's Eye and Fancy Face. She is so pretty. She is so pretty. And these colors are super pretty. However, it is not something that I'm going to use, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. I've used it twice, maybe. Not something I'm going to use. So I'm going to get rid of it. This is Samantha March and Ofra Life's a Draft. Life's a Draft palette. And it has mauves, bronzer, blush, highlight, all in the same thing. Not a palette I'm going to use. It came with stickers. Aries was her dog. It was a Vishla. She got cancer. She passed away. I feel bad. But not going to use it. Away it goes. These 2 palettes came in the ice cream beauty box, and you could get one and then you could add the other one for $10, which is what I did. Um, this is Ladybug Glow and Gourmand Girls. And they collaborated and came up with these palettes. They're so pretty, but they're not ones that I reach for. You're going to see another similar one to this. They're so pretty, but again, not ones I reach for. Like, these are colors that I love, but I don't reach for. And this color right here, like, I don't even know how to get you to see it. It's green, but it's also purple. So pretty. And I'm sitting here staring at it going, should I keep it? No, you should not keep it. You should pass it along to somebody else and let them get good use out of it. And I wanted to try this next brand so much. I really wanted to. However, I didn't, like, I kept looking. This is the Sigma and Disney, of course, Alice in Wonderland. And this is the most colorful palette that Sigma has. And I've used it a couple times. Like, you can see that I've tried to use it. I don't like the formula. I really don't like the formula. I like the brush, so I'm going to keep the brush, but I don't like the formula of the shadows. So it's going to go. And remember, I said I was going to show you a similar color story to one of the Gourmand Girls and Ladybug Glow. This is the Oceanic palette from Ace Beauté, and similar. I mean, there was obviously other colors, but this is all the ocean colors. And I don't like the formula. I have not been able to come up with a good look from this. It's very dark. Not something that I like. This is another one that I'm like struggling with. This is the Pure and Raw Beauty Christie. This also came out in 2020, and it has two sides. It has the colorful side, trying to get the little plastic thingy to stay where it's supposed to, and the neutral side. And like I've said, I don't use neutrals a whole lot. On the colorful side, I love these colors and I love the white. I've used the white the most, but I have other palettes now that have whites in them. And this is not, I hate to say it this way, but it's not anything special anymore, other than the fact that it's Raw Beauty Christie. But it's not something I'm going to use. Woo. Oops. These two are from the same brand. They're an expensive brand, and I'm not going to just give these away. These are ones that I'm thinking about either putting on Poshmark or selling to some people. But I wasn't thrilled with them when I got them. I didn't pick them. They came in a beauty box that I had ordered, the Beautylish bag. And this is the Roxa palette by Natasha Denona. And these are pretty. I'm drawn to this one obviously the most because you can tell that I used it. But I don't like her formula. I don't like her formula. So this is not one that I'm going to use. And then remember I said I had a couple of black ones, like the Blowing Smoke Show. This is not one that I included in the 5 that I say that I have. But this one is the Xenon from Natasha Denona. And again, it's pretty, but it's black and gray. And it's not one that I'm going to use. And they say that this one is supposed to be like a multi-chrome. It's supposed to be a pale pink. Not in comparison to the other things that I have in my collection. It's not one that I'm going to use. So I am going to get rid of these. These are going to go not in a giveaway pile. Not I'm giving anything away. I'm not going to do like a, ooh, let me send you my used makeup. That's gross. But those are my 27 palettes. And out of 27 of them, one is what I'm thinking I still might keep. Not because I use it, not because I want to use it, but because of sentimental value. None of the other ones have that for me. Snow White, yeah. But so I just wanted to show you those because I'm not going to have them in my collection anymore. I'm taking them out and deciding what to do with them, whether give it to friends, throw them away, maybe. I have people that would love to look at them and love to get rid of them or would love to take them off my hands. That type of thing. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And remember, who's better than you? Nobody. Have a great day.